Good morning, guys. I want to make sure my headset's working this morning. Yo. What's up, John? How are you doing? Just need to make sure my stuff is working correctly. Yep, it is. All right. We still got about 10 minutes before the market open. And we may not be in the market this morning. It depends on the news. There's a lot of 3-star news this morning. Shoot. I think I forgot to log in this morning. What are you doing this morning, John? Just hanging out, laying in bed, watching TV? All right. There we go. Maybe. Good morning, Andy. How are you doing today? Working on spreadsheets. It should be a pretty interesting day with all the news we have this morning. Just got to be patient and wait and see. Andy, how's that one trading bot been doing lately? Is that where you get most of your equipment from? Is from the East Coast area? So guys, I did put in the chat this morning all the 3-star news we have this morning. So just be aware of that. Yeah, when I get back home, Andy, we're definitely going to get a chart set up for that. It's just my schedule's been off a little bit the last couple weeks with, you know, family visiting, then me not being at home. So, and I'm only around my computer system just for a few hours in the morning, maybe one in the evening. Yeah, I have no idea what kind of timeline it's going to be with those guys. Hmm. I don't even know what that is. Yeah, I would definitely probably ask you some questions when I get back. We'll be back home sometime this weekend. So, guys, just be aware that we have multiple 3-star news this morning, so we could just be a choppy first 15 to 30 minutes. So, yesterday we've had pretty good movement. The first moves, I think, Tuesday we had a 200-point plus move. Yesterday, I know it was every bit of 100 points. So, it's been some pretty good early morning start outs. We've had pretty good luck trading this week. It's been pretty good. But, you know, there's always that one day that can just ruin everything. A minute and a half, guys. Minute and a half. Trying to get we're also going to try to take some fast track trades also over here off to the side. All right, we'll bring this over. If looks like I have a little bit of pump before the market opens. All right, guys, your market is open. I'll move this out of the way. This way we can kind of definitely looks like we had a lot of support down at those 42s. I've been taking some of those during the daytime, but they're kind of flat at the moment. So, ooh, look at the dump on that. That's a, what, 30 points? 25, 15, 05, yeah, 30 points down. Kind of bouncing off this pivot here. Let's see where the ES. So we got a lot of support down here at the 43s. I didn't really look at the overnight lows or highs. All right, so we got the lows way down to 845s. Got to mark that this morning. So that would be your London. I guess London and Asian both. So that looks like your London here at the 25s. Get these marked out real quick. This way we have a target. I mean, straight up to that pivot at the 9. What is that? 70 points high? So right now we have the ES and NASDAQ kind of in two different, going in one different direction. You have the NASDAQ trying to push up. You got the ES trying to push down. So just be careful. A lot of times you get fake outs whenever the market's doing this, when the markets are not in the sync. No hurries for me this morning, guys. I'm hoping to wait till after the news play to try to find an entry. I just know if I try to jump in now and find an entry, I'll get my head ripped off. It'll run my day within the first 5 minutes of the morning. Then I'll be trying to play catch up the rest of the day. Nice little ripper there. What's up, Ponzi? So it looks like we are on our way to clearing out these 90s up here at the pivot for the highs. Really need some kind of pullback. Waiting on Friday numbers. We'll have to wait for a pullback to look for an entry. What's going to be the Friday numbers, Ponzi? Got a little bit of gap right there. Another little bitty gap right there. Just remember, guys, if you get in a trade, we only have 7 minutes before news comes out. That looks like we're struggling to get above these 80s. So nice little pullback into the 9 here. So right now we have both markets just kind of in a different I didn't know if we would get a pullback all the way into the 20s there. Getting back below the 49, we got the pivot down at the 47s. There it goes. I thought we could make the highs there. Payroll and unemployment. Okay. So it looks like our target possibly is going to be that above that 95 there. All right, there's the highs. Trying to think, where's highs are way up there from what, yesterday? So got a little gap entry. Maybe this will be our pullback area here. Hopefully we get a nice little pullback, then maybe find an entry out of this pullback here. Man, the ES looks super flat right now. Man, not even get a full candle pullback. Oh, all right, we got news coming out. I'm glad I didn't enter that. I was thinking about entering that. So watch out, guys. If you're in a trade, you got less than 20 seconds for that 9:45 news. So we're looking at global PMI. Hopefully nothing happens that'll make much of a difference. This price action's tough. Remember how I was saying yesterday I struggled trading the ES, the NASDAQ, whenever the ES and the NASDAQ are just kind of off tilt at the moment. And that's kind of what it looks like now. I mean, you can see it. They don't look like anything alike. You have the ES kind of flat. You have the NASDAQ making momentum to the upside. So it makes it a little tougher for me to feel comfortable with my entries, because I'm feeling like the ES will pull the NASDAQ down at any second. So we do have our 15 minutes here at 2:06. See, to me, the freaking ES then broke out of the 15-minute range on the other side. Or at least it dipped a little wick out on the outside of it. All right. Finally getting some little pullback here, but still makes me feel uncomfortable with the ES pushing down. I'm hoping it's just a somewhat of a little trap to We also have more news at 10 o'clock this morning. Ooh, man, that was straight up out of that thing. So we're struggling to get through that 15 minutes. So just be careful. Sometimes we blast through that. Sometimes we just consolidate around that 15-minute opening range. Not a big fan from whenever we consolidate around the 15-minute like this. Because when we finally do get that breakout, more likely you won't be part of it. You know, it just always seems to miss it. I mean, the ES is struggling to move lower, but it still hasn't broke the lows. I mean, it's still... Who's going to win the battle, the ES or the NASDAQ? All right, the ES is pushing through the lows. Unfortunately, might even have to just wait for the 10 o'clock news to happen to get something. I'm waiting for the bottom to fall out of the NASDAQ, guys, just because the ES is just grinding lower right now. I mean, right now the 15-minute is, or the ES is below the 15-minute. Oh. Well, there goes the ES finally moving. I don't know if that's just a retest of the 50 there. That 15 minutes is not going to hold. Son of a B. Let's see here. 813 minus $20 over. So there's finally our nice little breakout. So, but just be careful. There's 3 minutes until the news play this morning. So let's see if we can get that retest here. But the only thing that's going to scare me taking this is the fact that we are close to the news. So we have 2 minutes, guys, left. 2 minutes. Hopefully after we get through this news, we can start looking for some trades. Less than a minute to our 10 o'clock news, guys. Hopefully after this is done, we can start looking for some trades. I'm hoping just push down, maybe touch this mid or something, then kind of hope it just don't mess up the charts. I hate when we get those 100 points moves and it messes up the charts. One, let's see. Boo-boosh. To the moon. Holy crap, man. Oof. Straight on up. Alrighty. No pullback. Come on, Junior. Let's pull back into this. Pull back into this area. Maybe look for a long here. Looks like we're just moving straight up today, but don't really want to jump in at the top. I mean, the ES is looking good, looking straight up. We got the ES. I mean, we got them both on the same direction now. So now we just need a pullback so we can find an entry without just jumping in. And so you got a pivot point on the ES sitting up here at the 76s. And I think that's keeping us from having that pullback that we need on the NASDAQ. Boy, I swear, come on. ES it just does not, the ES just did not want to pull back below that pivot. There's like, no. Oh my God, I hope this doesn't sit here and make me watch this crap go up 200 points today. Just took out. Okay, so we're moving into that 1 hour gap. There's this 1 hour fair value gap here from yesterday we had marked out. Now, okay, so we did find support after that. This is that 1 hour candle that we marked out yesterday morning. You can kind of go back and see right here. So this was also the high of day from yesterday too. So man, what do we do? I forgot to change my fucking thing around. All right, let's see if we can get above this level here. Man, still didn't really get that deep enough pullback that we need, but we did get above that 1 hour fair value gap at the 80s. So I mean, that could be nice support, and we could be filling in that gap way up here at the 240s. Maybe we can pull back, retest this 80s one more time. And we could just go straight up this morning. I have no pullbacks at all. Golly, man. It's like nothing. Come on, Junior. Pull back a little bit. I'm tempted just to jump on in with the eval here, guys. If we can find an entry to get in, then shoot this 40 as a target up here on our runner, or something off at the pivot. Oh wait, that's 140 points up. I didn't realize how deep that target was. Holy goodness. Man, we could easily get a 100-point move out of this. What's up, Trader G? We just broke that 1 hour fair value gap, man. If we clean up this gap, man, that's a 140-point move that we have in works right here. We just need a pullback. Ah, come on. This is a pullback area that I would like to see. I mean, it doesn't look like much, but heck, that is like 40-point pullback. Same here, man. I'm like sitting here waiting. It's like, come on, pullback. Come on, pullback. I thought we were going to get a better pullback on this wick here, but we didn't. It's like we just had a little bitty teaser, then whoosh, off another 60 points. All right. All right. There's our deeper pullback. Come on. And we just blew up the 15-minute opening range today. I mean, if you're looking at the hour candle, it's just straight up bullish. It's just straight up. Yeah. It's still a pretty crappy pullback, guys. This isn't a good pullback. We need a really good, like, full body candle. None of this I'm teasing you on pulling back stuff. Oh my goodness. I wouldn't even mind seeing a 20 pullback. Trader G, this thing's just going to make us FOMO. Just want to jump on in there. I'm trying to be patient since I really, it's only going to take one move to get my account funded here. So one full move, this account will be funded. I'll have another Apex funded. And I need like a full move to get a second one funded. Yeah, I know. We need a good like 20 EMA pullback. Come on, Ponzi. Don't be messing with the market. Well, let's keep the bulls going. I mean, very, very weak pullback here. I mean, just couple candles, nothing really solid. I'd like to see maybe a pullback into the gap. I'd like to see us at least put up the gap. Ponzi's like the southbound train. Oh, goodness. All right, here's that 80. This is the 80 touch I'd like for us to touch. That's the top of that 1 hour fair value gap here. Find support and hold support there. So we're bouncing off of it. Let's see if it's going to hold. It looks like it wants to up. Kind of getting a little bit of a rolly feeling on this 9 EMA here. So probably maybe get a 20 touch. Whew. So if we continue pushing straight down into the 50, we could look for a 50 touch possibly. And so if we lose the 50, most of the time we will get a bounce right here. We'll see if it happens. Somehow it tagged me in. I don't know why it tagged me in right there. Man. What just happened? What? That thing said I lost $300 on that. What? Okay, something fishy happened there. Oh my goodness. I don't even know what happened there. Okay, I think I was robbed somewhere. I don't know where. So I went to almost break even on that last trade and I got robbed so bad. I don't even know what happened there. Man, I feel super annoyed by whatever just happened. So here it comes at 29, whatever, 20 EMAs, 9 EMAs. That was my target a while ago, and it did make it up there. Oh. Man, this thing just jacked up my account somehow. Dirty butt heads. Yeah. That thing messed up my account. I don't know what the that irritates the crap out of me because I was so close to passing that too. It did me so dirty. That annoys me now. For some reason, I don't know what happened. Whenever I took that trade to move back up, it put me like $300 in the hole, and I don't understand how it did that. Especially, yeah, don't understand. For $300, I would have had to lose almost 20 points with 9 micros, or at least 15. I know. I'm so annoyed right now. Oh my goodness. So annoyed. We're gonna start another one here. What's up, David? Yeah. What's up, Candlelight? How are you doing today? Yeah, I heard him say something about strong hands. All right, so we're getting back above this session mid here. I feel like I'm off rhythm now. Thank you, Jam. Oh, nice. Yeah, Apex has been paying pretty fast lately, it seems like, is what I've been hearing. Got a lot of big old gaps on the way down, guys. What's up, James? Mr. Strong Hands. I don't even know where that even would come. I know it came. I know Methodical Man said it, but I'm not really sure where Strong Hands have come from, I guess. I'm probably missing the inside joke on there. Oh, so we're bouncing off that 200 EMA there. How's everyone else doing today? Is everybody green? I was green on my, well, I'm green on all my fast track accounts, but I'm red on my Apex because I'm not sure what happened earlier. I should have been basically broke even, but for some reason it put me in a hole like $360 for some reason on micros with just a few points. So I don't really understand. So I don't know if I had a glitch or what happened there, or a bad feel. So we're finding support below this 200 EMA here, and also your VWAP. For entry, we need it to pull back into this area though, because I feel like whenever all your EMAs are above your 200, I just feel like they're fake outs on the move down. Not really quite buying the move down quite yet. Either we need to pull back, maybe retest this pivot, retest the session mid level. And see, we've already broke the 15-minute. We came back in within the 15-minute. Most of the time, if we get halfway through the 15-minute opening candle here, most of the time we're going back down the other side. All right, we got our dime. It's coming. Where is the... I would think that we retest those 39s on the ES. I didn't check and see where the 15 minutes on this one. The 15-minute, yeah, so we're way down there in that 15 minutes. Yesterday, we kind of kept getting these pivot bounce. We finally going to get the sell down. So we have this untested fair value gap over here too. Get a little print on the other side of this area here. Maybe go all the way down to the 30s. It's delay, I swear. That was a late entry. That was horrible. What is going on? Break even. Come on. Okay. I closed that because that pushed me over the threshold. I need to get this account over that eval threshold of the 26 5010. I should have had 2 accounts pass this morning. I'm so annoyed. I have no idea what freaking happened to that account. But oh well. Unless we have some kind of Ripnik news or mess ups, they won't do anything about it. They'll just say, oh well. So didn't really get the best entry I wanted to on that failed fair value gap here. I saw that we kept testing. Then when we finally printed low it, I went ahead and just took this move, but we were still about 10 points off. I wanted to be my entry around the 60s, but we still were able to get our full profit off of it, at least the 10 handles. Yeah, if we curl around, I would think, let's see, make sure. We need to pull back and retest the pivot or your 50 EMA or your 21 EMA. Did you take any of those trades on the fair value gaps there, outer CT? See, we're getting back a pivot also. I would think that we could at least get this pivot push or even all the way up to the 99s. Oh, is it going to go through? Let's see. A lot of times you can get this middle session trade here too. It's a 50-50 trade here. This is a new eval, so being a little bit more risky with it. Okay. Whew. Had to close that one out. Holy goodness. We thought we could get the session mid there pullback. So let's see if we pull back, maybe retest. Oh, the ES didn't get through the mid session. That's the one that kept it going. All right, so man, we sold right through that mid session there. Man, most of the time you get 10 points off of that thing. But that's why I tell you it's kind of like a 50-50 trade on those. I wouldn't take those on funded accounts, but evals I will. All right, my chart should freeze up for a minute. We're switching over to Bulenox. We got 38. Wait. All right. To me, I think that was just a little fake out to the upside. What are we pushing that 200 there? All right. So I won't look for shorts unless our fair value gap over here, I mean not a fair value gap, but our 20 and 9 are below the 200 here. So it's going to cause us to get a lot of choppy airness or a lot of chop until the your EMAs and your market kind of gets back into a trend. We did have a fairly good trading day on our fast track. I have been trading fast track off the stream over here. So we're going to end up with our Apex. We ended up $300 down on that one that I was saying that I don't know what happened. We passed one, so we did get one above the threshold. And so now we're just starting to take trades on our Bulenox, but I've also been taking trades on Fast Track too. So with Fast Track, I started out with $405 with this account. We're just looking for $200 basically a day. So we got 605. And these are just nice, trying to just do 5 points. I've actually been kind of over leveraged over here, so that's why I don't usually trade those on stream. I really haven't traded these on stream since I've gotten them. This one we made 202. We started out with 140, so another $200 profit with this one. And the same with this one. I actually had to lose like $40 or $50 on this one because I made 270 the first time, and I didn't want to be over that 250 threshold, so I had to lose a little bit to kind of get it back under that 250 because I don't want to have to try to make extra. And so we're sitting at 748 on this one. So we're green in 3 accounts and red in that eval. What's up, Hanson? How are you doing today? It hasn't been too bad. Well, I had a pretty tough day on an eval. Oh, you're saying you had a tough day. Oh, I was going to say I was 50-50 on my evals this morning. So one's completely red real bad because something, I don't know, either it misfilled or something, and it caused him to be like $380 down, which I don't understand that anyway, because I would have to lose like 15 points because I was using 9 micros, which is basically a mini, but I was at break even almost, and somehow it put me down $980. Not really sure what happened there. Like, it just happened so fast. And I was buying in a reversal too. So these aren't fair value caps that I'd be looking for the inversion trade on. At least I'm not going to be looking for those. You might be able to do it on a higher time frame if you're looking for the failed inversion trades, I guess. But I don't think this is the right time frame for it to be right because you got multiple fair value gaps in that leg. So this one right here, well, I guess you could have done it on the 2-minute chart and it would have worked good. Oh, you do wait for the 2 legs? See, I do the opposite outer. I just wait for it to have 1 leg, 1 fair value gap per leg. But I mean, it paid. I mean, it would have been on the 2-minute, but still, I mean, it would have paid what, 50, 40 points. So it would have been a pretty good failed inversion gap trade, you know. As far as what, if it's A or B, or I'm not that positive on that. I don't really have that part completely down as far as picking out the A's and B's or A plus. I mean, I understand it somewhat, but I want to not say 100%. Excuse me. All right, so let's see if we can get it pulled back into our EMAs here. Because we got everything just kind of crossing over at the moment. And my throat's so irritated this morning. Not quite, huh? Oh, let me see where the 15-minute range. Okay, 15-minute. I mean, we're more likely heading down there. Anytime we break out the 15-minute range on the top side and we get over halfway down, more likely we're going to be heading down. Just have to possibly find an entry here. We need to pull back into this area here. Eh. All right, here's a little 9 touch here. There comes the 20, 200 touch. But our 50 is still above there, so we could be heading back toward the 50 if we get above this area here. Where is the ES? All right, so let's see if we get the pullback all the way to the 9. No. So we're at a pivot. Wow, we're just straight up. Wow, it's not respecting anything, guys. It's just selling right through everything. This is where I got trapped a while ago. You know, it's really easy to get trapped. You know, it's like, oh shoot, it's gonna keep going through every level. Let's just jump in. That's usually what happens. This pivot gonna hold? The ES is just right below that session mid here. I don't know. I kind of feel like that's kind of a little bit of a fake out, guys. We'll have to wait and see. I've been faked out on a few of those before where, you know, I'm thinking we're going to get the pivot breakout and we hop in long and that freaking crap will pull all the way back like 30, 40 points. Man, that thing was like psych. I think I took one of these trades earlier this week where I thought we were going to get the pop above the pivot, and we literally went up like 5 or 10 points, and it completely reversed on me. So I've been trying to stay away from these fake breakouts above the pivots. So we should get some kind of clear direction of once we kind of get some separation, kind of see how everything's just kind of coming together as far as your EMAs go. Because right now you have your 9, your 20, and 200 on top of each other. So usually when it's like that, whenever I've tried to trade, whenever those indicators are like that, you get a lot more chop or false breakouts. Yeah, and also you have the VWAP there at the 1977s. All right, so you have and this is the macro time, that last 10 minutes of the hour. So you usually expect like a move in this last 10 minutes. This is usually where you get your fairly decent moves. The last 10 minutes of the hour and the first 10 minutes. All right, another breakout above this session mid. You got about 4 points before you run into resistance on the ES, because there's a pivot sitting at the 56 at the on the ES. Retracement to the OB. So what's your target going to be, like the 70s for the first leg up? Is that what you're saying? This target here? Or the 211s or 115s? Man, that was a nice bullish setup here. I've taken those before for just small profits as far as scalping goes. So you look for your huge green candle with a small red one beside it. Yeah, we got everything moving straight up. Bounced off that mid session there. If this 204 holds, that's the area that I'd like to see hold. And you got the ES also at the same area as far as same area with the ES here. We're stuck at the mid 2 on the ES. It bounced right off of it. See, those are the trades I was looking for earlier, where you get the pull back into that session mid and shoot for 10 points. But you only want to do it on the first candle. But as you can see, this last time I tried it, kind of got burned. What's up, Fish Lips? I haven't had a chance to work on your strategy that much the last couple days. What's up, Jacob? I don't know where I don't know what's going on with my timer. Ooh, look at the bottom drop out of that thing. You're stopped out on that one? I'm not sure if we're going to clear up this fair value gap down at the what 40s, what 40s to 50s. A lot of times we like to clear these gaps up before we move higher. So if this area holds, I'd like to see us maybe push back up to this pivot, find support, then sell back down. Such a huge stop loss. You're looking at 25 points if you get short below this here. It's already reaching that internal swing too. You really like to be short around the, if I take it, I'd rather be short around those 50s. Then that way you got to at least your, 30s to look for if it's going to run these lows here. I just know it'll struggle getting through this area here. It's so far down, but hopefully it doesn't have to pull too far back up for us, but it may. It's such a huge gap, so I wouldn't take this on a funded a trade. This would just be straight eval only. Realistically, my stop loss should be supposed to be way back up here, but there's just no way I can do a stop loss that big. So this may stop us out. It has to retrace this gap here. That would have been our better entry. Might have to just take my loss and move on to the next account. Oh, it's going to go back up too. I can see it. All right, there comes our stop. We'll have to switch accounts. We trade about 4 or 5 different evals. We try to do one and done. So if we take a loss, move on to the next one. Yeah, we traded funded over there on Fast Track this morning, Angel. Uh-oh. It's still respecting this gap. I mean, it's still supposed to be a solid trade as long as this gap holds. But as you can see, this was like a 30-point freaking gap. Yeah, that's kind of been my day to hitch them. Kind of going into a little bit of a consolidation here. Now it finally goes down. Kind of see the importance of really having your stop loss where it needs to be. That's okay. We'll look for hopefully one more. We still have our IBL play. We haven't even taken out the IBL yet. So this area that we're bouncing off right now is our opening range high. This is the opening candle here. If you go back to this morning. So if you just want to know, curious about what these indicators are. So well, a little bit late, but sometimes if you can see the 9 just kind of curling around, a lot of times we want to retest the 20. Where's my EM? If we can at least find one trade to get our full points, that should at least get us back to break even for the day. Or even if we can pull back and possibly even hit this 9 area if we're moved back up higher. Unless I don't think it's going to sell through. Let's see. Sometimes playing these EMAs can be a little risky. Shoot, we couldn't get through this freaking gap again. Come on. Man, if we lose our 9, it's going to go back up to the freaking 20 again. I just don't want to get one ticked or ticked out. Let me see where the ES is. Man, yeah, it's going to move back up. Son of a bee. I probably should close it. We'll see what happens. Supply and demand. Yeah, I can see it kind of moving back up. I'm just hoping maybe we will pull some liquidity pull for retracement to at least hit my first target. I usually don't buy these kind of pullbacks. I know they're risky when you don't have all your EMAs in the right spot. Maybe we'll get lucky and get a little liquidity pull to at least get us down into the 40s again. What we need to hold here is the 200. If we lose the 200, more likely it's going to continue higher, because that's where we're bouncing off right now, is that 200 EMA. If this is a funded account, there's no way I would do this. I'd be a nervous wreck. But evals, I do take a little bit more riskier trades. We just need the 200 to hold and the 50 and 200 to keep moving down. No, come on. I was hoping we'd at least clear out this wick here. No, it didn't. What did I like get like to less than a point away from my freaking 5-point target? I was at least trying to get most of my contracts off of there, then use these 2 points as a runner. Come on, at least clear up this wick. I was hoping for a wick clear up, is what I was hoping for. That's why I moved it up. Oh my goodness. That's okay. I mean, I guess I could try to DCA back in. I just hope it don't run that freaking hot side now. Watch it run up here like sweep these candles for the move back down. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we didn't even sweep that wick either. We literally, man, this sucks. It's curling back around. I can see it now. God dang it. That's going to freaking wreck this account too, I bet. It's going to put it in the hole. Might as well just either see if we can continue down. I mean, I guess I could try DCA and back into it, since we've already lost quite a bit on this account. Let's see. Want to sell. Oh, hit the max. Dang it, we're above that freaking pivot too. I mean, not the pivot, or VWAP here. We might have blown this eval here. Oh yeah, it's gone. Oh goodness, that's pretty hilarious. We couldn't save it, guys. We couldn't save it. No, man, that thing would have came back and probably hit my target. Okay, that was a. We don't like to do that too much. That's usually very rare that I do stuff like that. Let me make sure these charts are kind of sitting on here. I like to at least find one trade with these accounts, and these are all funded accounts. Oh, okay. I'll have to remember that. Yeah, I don't really have a lot of experience with the DCA in their fish lips. Okay, so you want to wait till it hit a support level, then on the red candle, DCA on the way back down. Okay. So we're still above below that 200 there. Yeah, I'll have to remember to do that next time. Wait for it to hit a major target, then add to it as it's coming back down. Okay. All right, guys. So that puts us, what, how many red? Got two reds today, one blown and one green. And these accounts I haven't really been trading on stream. I usually just trade these off stream. So right now you still have all of your EMAs trying to get back above the 200. We're still just kind of bouncing off that 200 level. This area is holding nicely here. We're just going to be looking for 20 points also, so we're not going to be looking for a lot. And it's going to be a one trade and done. So either we get a winner or we get a loser. So I think this is that our 1 hour range here? No, it can't be. Oh no, the IBL is way up there. So what I'm waiting here is I'm waiting for all of our EMAs to kind of cross back into a bullish trend, then wait for a pullback into that trend. I don't remember what that level there is marked out for from yesterday. I don't know if it's a support because we consolidated a lot in this area yesterday. Need to see something a little bit deeper back into this area here. I don't understand why my, oh, I got 16 seconds left on this candle. Is our little spot going to hold? No, it's not. Might have to have a deeper pullback on that one. Hopefully we don't have to have that 20 pullback. Oh, we are. Dang it. All right, so that one's one and done there. Oh, that's a nitro. It's through I trade fast track through them, Angel. Woo, we sold it all the way back through the 200s. The 200s are on a hold. Like to see if we get a bounce off these 34s here, or 84s. We only have a few more minutes of trading. If we keep trading, we're just going to keep, it's just going to get uglier and uglier the more we keep on trading. We're definitely over trading this morning, guys. So we kind of went through that mid. Let's see. If you look at the ES, we got stopped on the mid. Oh, shoot. Oh, come on. Let's see where those highs are up at the 30s. Well, it looks like we want to continue higher, but we definitely need some kind of pullback. I mean, we still haven't even broken out of the hour range yet, and we're still, I think, within the 15-minute opening range. No, we're above the 15-minute at least. The 15-minute looks like it's sitting here at the 204s. Actually, that's kind of where the ES is bouncing off at the within the 15 minutes here. Looks like it wants to break out. Very, very slowly though. All right, so the ES did get stuck at that 15 minutes. That's kind of what's holding us up, is the ES is being stuck. So maybe this is where we can maybe pull back, get a retest of the 15 minutes down at the 604s. We do have a big fair value gap that we could possibly clean up here. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking too. Maybe we're going to move higher. Yeah, it's trying to get through those 53s, isn't it? You know, if you try to jump in up here, it'll have to do its pullback thing, where it'll have to pull back in this session here. Man, the ES is trying really hard to get above those 53s. There we go. Finally, a little pullback. Need a pullback into this area here would be ideal. Maybe even retest this session mid here. Deeper. To me, these type of pullbacks are even harder to enter because of the consolidation that we get. Ooh, to the moon on that one. This is just kind of a random entry here, guys. We're hoping that this level right here just kind of holds. Okay. The entry should have been way back here in this gap. But I was trading two different streams, not streams, but screens. Thought we would keep going. I got fooled by the ES. The ES was messing with me. See how we got above this pivot here on the ES? I thought we were going to stay above this pivot here. I'm still buying the longs because right now we're in a nice trending where you have your EMAs all kind of in the right order with the 200, the 50, the 21 in your 9. Still got about, what, 10 minutes before the macro. And it's got that one level. This level here it could get stuck at. We've had a lot of support in this level here. So right now the ES is kind of stuck at that pivot. I mean, we got the 55s all the way back up there. All right, let's see if this pivot's going to hold. Waiting for the macro. I know we're pretty close to it. We're only about 5 minutes away. Have you taken a lot of trades this morning, Givens? No. I've probably taken way too many trades this morning. I've definitely been over trading a lot today. Let's see if we can at least get that decent little pullback here. Yours one of them. Yesterday I did pretty good about not over trading. I guess because I have so many, I don't know, what do we have, like 9 accounts to trade right now, so I've been taking trades on a lot of them today. Where's mine? So like this account, we're down 123 on. This one here that we're trying to look for one more trade on. Maybe I'm kind of maybe with you. Maybe we wait for the macro to kick in. I blew an account earlier, actually. It was one of the 90% Bulenox accounts. I tried to DCA into it, but apparently I was doing the DCA wrong. I was supposed to wait for it to hit a support resistance, then buy into it as it's coming back down. Wow, we're getting some nice trending areas. No, I haven't. The only accounts that I have extremely close to payout is Fast Track right now. And I'm about $300 or $400 away. So earlier, I think I jumped into that really earlier last time whenever I saw the 9 curling around. That was probably the pullback entry there, and we just missed it. So right now we're just trading Bulenox and Apex. So we traded 4 different evals this morning. We're red on 2 and green on 2. Oh, actually, you might say we're red on 3 because we blew 1 this morning. Oh, man. Can't believe I missed that pullback. I have a hard time identifying the 20 pullbacks when you're looking for the 20 EMAs. I struggle with those. Well, I don't, not that I struggle whenever we have these huge candles. It's harder for me to feel confidence with the trade because your stop loss, you know, it's just, I like it when it's a little bit on the smaller side. Hopefully the next pullback we get one all the way back to the 50. I just don't know how far we have to go up. My guess is we're heading to the 115s. I mean, if you can find an entry, more than likely we're going to clear out these IBHs up here. This is your hour close. I mean, it's usually pretty normal, and we're back above the 15 minutes. So I feel like 115 is going to be the next target up. Just got to find a way to get into an entry without taking as much drawdown. So we're also in the macro time in that last 10 minutes of the hour. So usually this is when we get the, a fairly decent move. Maybe this will be another little small pullback. And we are still riding at 9. There's 2 candle pullback. It's not much of a pullback, so this is kind of going to be a 50-50 for me. Or we'll at least need the 20 to hold. Woo, might get our faces ripped off again. Just hope it just continues riding our 9. Where's the ES? Next target for the ES is going to be 67, unless I'm missing a target. We're still in the macro, so I was hoping this last 10 minutes that we would see a decent move. Just hopefully not down. I'm hoping this is all the pullback it needs. Or if we do pull back, don't get any lower than this 40 area, which is around your 20. What is that level there? That there? Not sure what that level was. We definitely don't want no 50 push, because that would be crappy. All right, here's our 20. That's even a little bit more scarier that we couldn't get back above the 9. Oh, it's not been treating me very well today, W trades. At least not on my evals. It hadn't been treating me well on evals. I've had pretty good luck on our funded accounts, but as far as evals go, no. I've been taking a lot more I think trades, I guess, what you could say. No. We spent a lot of times on evals because what was happening, anytime that I've ever tried to get funded accounts super fast on Bulenox or Apex, I would end up blowing my funded accounts because I wasn't really taking the time to go through the progression of passing them. Since you can't really trade that, you really cannot trade, with evals, you can either go all in, put the boys on the table and pass it in 1 or 2 moves, but you can't do that with funded. The only funded accounts that I'm really trading on a normal basis right now is my fast track accounts, and those are the ones we traded this morning. We're getting there. We're pretty close. I mean, we've been literally just milking those things super close. I took some pretty aggressive trades on them today. And we may have to end up getting this 50 push here, guys. And mine's a little slower because I don't invest a crap load of money like some of the other YouTubers do. That is something I do differently, I guess. I don't try to trade like 20, 30, 40 funded accounts. And, when you have little or, less funded accounts, you really can't trade that way. So this morning we were just doing $200 moves on these fast track accounts. So this morning we start off at 405. We made it to 605. And we traded 3 different ones or 4 different ones. One we did get in the red. This one we started off at 140 where it says cash on hands. And now our balance is 340. And the last one that we traded this is probably the closest one I have to pay out, which is at 750. And we made 205 this morning on this one. So those are pretty much the only positive that I got this morning on those. And I took a loser on one of them actually a while ago also. But we've been just trying to do one and done. So either we get a winner or we get a loser and don't trade it no more. I'm trying to get a little bit more stricter in doing that with my funded accounts instead of over trading with them. So this is probably going to be a loser. It's going to have to come down and touch this 50. I mean, I guess we can see. I just don't want to get one tick. These are a little bit cheaper accounts. These are the 90% off evals through Bulenox. I mean, I still feel like we possibly could push up. But we also may have to get the 50 bounce. Yeah, I know. If we hold the 50, I'd feel comfortable. Then maybe we can try your DCA thing where we DCA back into it, fish lips. I was really hoping that we would push that IBH up there at the 15s fish lips. That's where I was hoping we would go. I'm not very good at the DCA thing either myself, fish lips. I feel like I'm horrible at it. What's up, Laura? How are you doing today? I'll be back home this weekend. She's curling over. We got the 9 getting back below the 20. All right, so let's see if we can at least get this 23 bounce here. Oh. I just don't want to get one ticked out since it's already coming way down here. I would think that it would bounce off this 23 area. This would be your 50 bounce. No, they're not kicking me out yet. I'm not too far from the south from if I'm, you know, in Arkansas. I don't know how much I consider the Arkansas deep south, but I know it's kind of there, especially Northwest Arkansas. Northwest Arkansas really isn't the South to me. It's got a huge mixture of people there. Yeah, I guess Midwest would be kind of Northwest Arkansas. Because we got a lot of different type of people that moves to Northwest Arkansas because of the Walmart jobs. So they come people from all over the country. Uh-oh, that's probably going to stop us out. That's curling way too much. Yeah, I'm hoping next week I can spend a little bit more time on that 377 charts there, fish lips. This is probably going to stop us out more than likely. Oh, yep, it did. Woo, that took about half the account there. Packing the dogs up in Jazzy. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. All right, guys, that's going to do it to me for the first half of the morning. We have definitely been over trading way too much. this morning, and we'll come back and trade power hour, and hopefully the moves will be a little bit better. I mean, they've been decent today. It's just I've gotten into some wrong directional moves. So, and that's kind of what you get when you're over trading, especially on evals. I'm bad about over trading my evals. So we'll be back at 3 o'clock.